Pick your name!
Are traditionally your class will parade on these grounds through the arch as you prepare to receive your diploma and leave Wooster. On this, your first day, you're entering Wooster by way of the arch. As we make our way to McGaw Chapel, we will be led by the pipers and drummers from the Scott Band. When the photo is done, please form your queue to explore the deep Woo Sea. Go Scots!
Thank you.
Thank you.
I think thank you.
There he is, right here. Where are your parents?
Hey, wait.
I don't know.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, your parents left you.
Oh, I got yours up too.
Cool, we're all friends. One third.
Wooster Class sobre.
大家好，我叫陶文欣，我来自中国，欢迎来到伍斯特文理学院。
مرحبا اسمي حسن الله، انا من فلسطين، اهلا وسهلا بكم في جامعه ووستر.
Memnun Nashi, Within the Akasya Thompson, Ghana, I am the College of Wooster, Aqua.
Hello everybody, my name is I'm from New Jersey. Welcome to the College of Wooster.
President Nugent and Dean Buxton, I'm so very proud to introduce this powerful group of students, and what a group it is. This class of 585 new students was selected by the admissions team from over 5,800 applications. The profile of this class is impressive. Nearly half of the students were ranked in the top 10% of their graduating high school classes. Almost 24 were valedictorians. Students traveled here as far as 9,500 miles to get here, from Singapore, with Thailand, Myanmar, Pakistan, and Ethiopia not far behind. And they traveled as close as, well, 9,500 feet just across town. They come from 36 states and 27 countries. Clearly, the exceptional educational experience that students receive here is known across the nation and around the globe. In fact, we had students apply from 49 of our nation's states, which reminds me, by the way, does anybody have any friends or relatives in North Dakota? Nearly 400 cities are represented in this class, and these students come from almost 500 different high schools. They represent over 20 different faiths, and 1 in 3 is multicultural, either a domestic student of color or an international student. And of course, the important stuff. Emma is the most popular female name, and David the most popular for male students. And curiously, 6 of you were born on the same date, April 4th, 1997. Maybe you all knew that. Casey from Illinois, who wanted to learn learn to knit a hat, so she bought a sheep to harvest the wool first. Or James from Ohio, who has written many novels and even made a couple of movies. Or Nate from Kentucky, who is the president and founder of the Facial Hair Appreciation Club. And how about Hannah from Nebraska, who won a National Security Language Initiative to study in China for 6 weeks? I'd love to hear the travel stories from Jason from Pennsylvania, who is a member of the Pittsburgh Swiss Singers, a group that sings Swiss folk songs in international competition. Woo Song from South Korea is the CEO of his lacrosse company, a company that is promoting and expanding the sport of lacrosse throughout Korea. Or Dave from Oregon, who hiked the 500-mile Camino de Santiago in Spain. As a foodie, I look forward to meeting Adelaide from Cincinnati, who is a self-confessed sauce addict. She loves exploring the world's food flavors, which she incorporates into her approach to life and her desire to explore all that the world has to offer. And I look forward to seeing and hearing Langston, a talented saxophone player who soloed with Michael Henderson, the bass player for both Stevie Wonder and Miles Davis. And oh, by the way, he plays a pretty mean game of basketball as well. Well, you get the idea. You are all impressive. Very impressive individuals. With students like you enrolling at the College of Wooster, it's no surprise that Wooster's reputation continues to grow as it does. We are clearly a hot college. It's no wonder then that students on College Travel rank our professors #1 in the country for being the most interested in their classes or passionate about what they teach. And also #1 for having the smartest professors, ahead of the University of Chicago, Yale, Stanford, and Colgate. Take that, my boys. Presidents and deans from the best colleges in the nation for 13 straight years have identified just 2 colleges in the country that provide the best senior capstone, our senior IS, and student research experiences. The College of Wooster and some other place out in Princeton, New Jersey. We are America's premier college for mentored undergraduate research. Well, as you can tell, we are so very proud of this institution and very proud of our new students. We know that you will be wonderful members of our terrific community, and that your contributions to the college will make this place a better place. I look forward to seeing you around campus. Now I would like to recognize those very important individuals who were part of your transition to Wooster, our Student Orientation Committee. Let's give them, standing at the rail right here. Next, I'd like you to greet the members of the admissions staff. And please stand who are in the loft over there. Poured over the 5,800 applications to select and work with you over the past many months. And what a terrific job they did crafting this class. Certainly you are one of the very best, if not the best, in the college's history. I know they are very proud of you and that they are tremendously excited to finally see you here today. Thank you. And interact with her frequently for all the right reasons, of course. You will see her around campus often, and she and her colleagues will be an integral part of your 4 years at the College of Wooster. Please join me in welcoming Dean Buxton.
to make this occasion happen. We're very happy to see all of you this morning. We hope that you were able to get a reasonable night's sleep last night, or maybe this morning. Today, we're gathered here to welcome the class of 2019 into the College of Wooster family. Members of the class of 2019, I would like for you to take a moment to reflect and to remember all of those who made it possible for you to be here today. Your list may include your first grade teacher, your soccer coach, the music instructor who did not give up on you, or maybe it was the postal worker who delivered hundreds of pieces of college material to your mailboxes. And of course, there are your parents, your loving parents. Please stand, turn around, and acknowledge them. Give them a clap. Throw them a They're going to worry about you, but they're going to encourage you to work through the inevitable adjustments you will have to make during the next 3 years and 9 months. Parents, over the past 18 years, your daughters and sons may have filled more hours than you realize. And even if all of those hours had not been pleasant, there will now be a void. Be gentle with yourselves. Prepare yourselves to greet the emerging young adult who you talk to on the phone or pick up at the airport at his first trip home. We have a fascinating group of new students here today. It's important to remember that their points of reference are different from students who have previously attended Wooster. According to Beloit College's 2019 Mindset List, this year's group of entering students are mostly 18, born in 1997. They were born after the deaths of Princess Diana, Notorious B.I.G., Jacques Cousteau, and Mother Teresa. They were born in the same year as Dolly the Sheep, the Macaw Beach Septuplets, and Michael Prince Jackson Jr. Since they've been on this planet, Google has always been here in its founding words to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible. They've never licked a postage stamp. Okay. 4 foul-mouthed kids have always played in South Park. And they've grown up with Wi-Fi. What did we do before Wi-Fi? Please remember to smile and to place things in context. The unique set of experiences of the class of 2019 will only serve to strengthen the academic and non-academic conversations on campus. Now, it is my esteemed honor to introduce Dr. S. Georgia Nugent, Interim President of the College of Wooster. President Nugent began her career as President of the College of Wooster July 1st, 2015. Prior to joining the College of Wooster's community, Dr. Nugent was a Senior Fellow at the Council of Independent Colleges and former President of Kenyon College. Prior to her decade of service as Kenyon's President, she earned her bachelor's degree from Princeton University and her doctorate from Cornell University. Dr. Nugent has held a series of positions at Princeton University. She's also taught classical studies at Brown University. I am delighted to present Dr. S. Georgia Nugent.
Well, as you heard, we are first years together, so that's going to be fun. I think there is probably no college on earth that offers a more rousing beginning to college life than being piped in by the Wooster Pipers. It's going to be Before I begin my remarks this morning, I want also to recognize an individual who was just mentioned to you, namely the chair of the Wooster Board of Trustees, William Longbrick, who has joined us for this event today. Thank you, Will. I want to talk with you this morning about three very basic things about the College of Wooster. One, the nature of the community. Two, the opportunities you'll have here. And three, the choices you'll make here. The Wooster community. Well, you experienced it in a big way yesterday during move-in, right? It's pretty amazing. So, as a family, you drive up, you're greeted enthusiastically by a lot of folks, and a swarm of other folks descends upon your car to move everything in. Who are those people? Well, they're volunteers. They're students. You can do better than that. Okay. Now, we're going to try, now this is a challenge for you in the middle. You're going to be one Wooster, and the wings are going to be Scouts Hall. One Wooster! Scouts Hall! All right. Started out in a good way. Now, the second thing I said I wanted to speak with you about is the opportunities Wooster offers. One of the really great joys about being on a college campus is that every fall brings this amazing sense of renewal, expectation, and excitement. I think every one of us feels it, but of course it's especially true for incoming students. Today, you literally begin a new life. You move to a new place, you're meeting new people, you'll make new friends. And there is an unbelievable wealth of possibilities that await you. Maybe you'll learn Mandarin Chinese, or Russian, or ancient Greek. Maybe you'll take up tennis, or cricket, or Quidditch. You might discover that you can sing a cappella. You might discover a new material in the lab, as Wooster student Colin Berger did a couple of years ago, working in Professor Edmiston's lab. You will almost surely meet a new best friend, perhaps many. You may meet your future spouse, ideally one. graduates are married to other Wooster graduates. You'll never know. You might become a piper. I've already met one incoming student who has that ambition. In short, whether in the classroom or the lab, whether on the playing field or on off-campus study, whether as an Apex Fellow or as an ambassador, there's an incredible number of new learning experiences available to you at this college. In fact, the tough thing isn't finding those opportunities, it's choosing among them. On September 4th, next Friday, we'll have Scott Spirit Day, where you have a chance to learn. But there's an opportunity in these next 4 years that's actually even more exciting. And that's not what's going on around you, but what happens within you. You've heard it from Dean Kruzman, you probably heard it in your Arch session. At Wooster, education is not passive, but active. It's not something that we do to you. It's a project that you undertake for yourself. Actually, I'm going to introduce a third possibility here between those two poles of passive and active. It's called the middle voice. As with so many other things, the Greeks had a word for it. As some of you know, my field of study is classics, ancient Greece and Rome. Now, ancient Greek is a very complicated language, much more complicated than English. For example, the Greek language didn't just have singular and plural. In addition, there was a form called dual. You used the dual form when you were talking about two things, two hands, two eyes, two people. And Greek didn't have just feminine and masculine forms. It also had a neuter gender. Likewise, Greek wasn't satisfied in which your life here would be lived in the middle voice. That is something that you actively do, but that also acts on you. Your college years confront you with many life choices, and each one of the choices you make matters, because each one of them is a step in defining who you are, creating your unique self. It's kind of like sculpting from a block of marble. Every strike of the chisel defines the figure that will emerge from the stone. And for the most part, those individual strikes of the chisel, the sculptor's choices, can't be taken back. It's the same way with sculpting your unique self. Each choice, each decision, progressively defines your character. And for the most part, they can't be taken back. There will be moments when you'll surprise yourself. You just did some random act of kindness and it feels good. And sometimes, in each of our lives, we wish there was a do-over. We really don't want to be the kind of person who would do X. You fill in the blank. The fact is, when you do X, then you are the kind of person who would do that. You wielded the chisel. You made your mark. You're responsible. And as a college community, we expect you to be responsible for the choices you make, and we will hold you responsible. Now, I know we all make a poor choice once in a while, but I hope that as you embark on your time at the College of Wooster, you'll keep in mind the reality that your life is lived in the middle voice. Each action you take acts back upon you, shaping the self you are and will be. That truth is daunting in a way, but even more, it's exhilarating. It's been most beautifully and succinctly expressed, I think, by my friend Richard Broadhead, and I want to conclude this morning by citing his words. For a number of years, he has served as the president of Duke University, but I take these words from remarks that he made to an entering class at Yale when he was dean at that university. My message is this: fresh starts in your life. One of the few chances your life will offer to step away from the person you've been taken for and decide anew what you'd like to become. Far be it from me to say what exemplary life you should propose for yourself, but I implore you not to miss this opportunity to chart.
I did read about something like that. Yeah, I have from